Well, hey guys, welcome to our channel. In this video, we're going to show you all about the 22407 zip code. So if you're moving to Fredericksburg, you're probably trying to figure out where is the perfect place for you to call home. We are doing our best to show you everything in the area so that you can make a better decision. Today we're going to talk about 22407, we're going to talk about recreation, education, and all the things that will be important to you about moving here. I am Jeff Edmisten. This is my business partner, Ruthie Buck. We are Virginia real estate agents, and as much as we enjoy making these videos, showing you and telling you and educating you all about living in the Fredericksburg metro area, we like even more helping you with your real estate needs. So if you have any questions or concerns about living here, working here, playing here, or real estate in general, call us, text us, send carrier pigeons, leave us a comment on this video, however you'd like to communicate. We'd love to hear from you, and we will get right back to you. So this is, again, all about 22407.
So today, Jeff's right, we are going to showcase the 22407 zip code. That is the Fredericksburg area. It's the western side of Spotsylvania County. So let's get started.
All right, so the first thing we usually talk about in these vlog tours when we're showing you different areas is housing. And this video is going to be no exception. So if you look at the 22407 zip code, there is a vast variety of housing. There's apartment complexes, townhouse communities, communities that have villas, duplexes, and of course single family homes. And in this video we are going to showcase a few of the communities, and we're going to begin with Salem Fields.
So the Salem Fields community is a pretty popular residential community in Fredericksburg. There are a variety of homes in there. You have single family homes, you have townhouses, you have villas, several different types of housing.
Yeah, all the things we just talked about, except for apartments, Salem Fields has got all of them. So it's, it has a community clubhouse, a fitness center, outdoor swimming pool, tennis courts, and tot lots and playgrounds for the kids and for the residents to enjoy.
So if that's not enough, Salem Fields also is known for their community events that they have throughout the year. They have things such as an Easter egg hunt each year. There's several pool parties that they have every year. Yard sales. In fact, I think there's a yard sale this weekend. I feel like I saw a sign driving through that there was going to be one. They provide opportunities for residents to get to know each other. And one thing I have to say about, the pool party makes me think at the end of the summer, they've got like a dog swim. So every year at the end, before they close the pool, they have a dog swim, which is really cute. And I mean, I love dogs.
That's very cool. Yeah, the Salem, the reason we're highlighting this community is a very, very popular community in the 22407 zip code, and has been for some time. It sits right off of Gordon Road. We're going to put a map up so you can have a look at exactly where it's at. All right, so another great community that's also very popular is Lee's Park. Lee's Park also has a variety of homes. I think there's over 1,400 homes in Lee's Park.
The community itself, like Salem Fields they have a community pool, they have the clubhouse. I think they have 3 tennis courts, I believe. I know that they have a couple playgrounds. They've got walking trails through there. I think the walking trail is just over 2 miles, I believe, in there. So recreational events in that neighborhood as well.
Yeah, it's a master plan community. I forgot to mention that earlier, but it's fairly spread out, which accounts for why they have 5 or so different playgrounds and so forth. A lot of people, there's a paved walking path that runs alongside Spotsylvania Parkway. A lot of people park there and walk that path. It's great for outdoor exercise.
And it's conveniently located so close to the Cosner's area, where you have some shopping and dining. You've got the grocery store right there. They just recently built not the Target. What is the grocery store? Publix, thank you. Yes, they've got the best ice cream, Publix ice cream. But they just recently bought it or built a Publix over there.
I've never had Publix ice cream. So the interesting thing about Lee's Park is it sits right at the edge of 22407. Actually, pretty much butts right up against the 22408 zip code. It's right along Route 1. and Spotsylvania Parkway, super close to I-95. I don't know if you mentioned that or not, but again, we'll show it on the map so you can see exactly where this community is. And finally, we are going to highlight the Maple Grove community. So this is a well-established community in Spotsylvania County that does not have an HOA. A lot of people prefer to live in communities that don't have HOAs, and they're pretty difficult to find. You know, the communities, you drive through it, you'll see a few varieties of houses. You'll see some colonials, a few split foyers, some ramblers, probably more ramblers in this community than most communities in our area. And it's surrounded by historic sites like Salem Church, things like that.
So Maple Grove is in an ideal location. It is near so many major retailers at Central Park and Spotsylvania Town Center. It's also only about 10 to 15 minutes for a drive to downtown to get to downtown Fredericksburg, or the VRE station that's downtown. But it is actually a great location for anybody wanting to be near a lot of the hustle and bustle, yet in a neighborhood where there's not a lot of hustle and bustle.
You know, it used to be more busy because it's behind what used to be the original Walmart in Fredericksburg. That's now gone and moved on to other locations, but yeah, pretty great location. So let's talk about the zip code itself and the transportation in the zip code. The zip code is basically bisected by Route 3 that runs east and west. And you know, this serves as the primary mode of travel if you're traveling east and west in the community. Pretty much bisects the zip code into two parts as well, just like the 22408 zip code. You have a lot of communities north of Route 3, a lot of communities south of Route 3. More are going to be south than north, but that's kind of an idea of where the 22407 zip code is.
So Jeff mentioned Route 3. So while Route 3 it's a necessary route for so many. I mean, whether you're traveling home or traveling out west on the west side, you're going to probably be on Route 3. And during rush hour, it can get a little congested every now and then, especially around the Interstate, the mall area, and the Central Park area. But with that said, you just kind of, once you've been here a while, you just kind of have to know which lane to stay in to kind of flow through the traffic a bit smoother.
So she's alluding to insider information for people who live here, but that really doesn't work around Christmas time. Around Christmas time, I'm convinced that area is the second layer of hell.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah, it'll make you feel like there's an accident as slow as it moves through during Christmas.
So the eastern side of 22407 zip code is I-95. That is the border for the zip code. And that means that a lot of the area has relatively easy access for commuting to I-95. Actually, there are two interstate exits, exit 126 and 130, that are in the 22407 zip code that gives you access to Interstate 95.
And Jeff's right. Additionally, though, Route 1 runs alongside of I-95, making it a viable alternative to the interstate, particularly for local travel. And we'll see a lot of people during accidents that happen on I-95 transfer over to Route 1 to move through.
Yeah, absolutely. When you see Route 1 get really, really bad, you know something's going on Interstate 95. So, you know, there are no train stations no VRE stations in the 22407 zip code. But basically, from just about anywhere in the zip code, you can be to one of two train stations in 10 to 20 minutes, depending on where you're coming from within the zip code. You can be to the downtown Fredericksburg VRE train station or to the Spotsylvania VRE train station. Again, it's usually between 10 and 20 minutes, depending on where you're coming from within the zip code.
So although there are no VRE stations, there are two commuter lots in the zip code.
What are they?
Okay, slug lots. He knows, like I like to call them, I'm trying to be correct, politically correct here. We call them slug lots if you live here, but they're really commuter lots. And there's two of them. Using a commuter lot to park and ride is a great convenient way to to head north or to head to your destination.
Yeah, we're going to throw a link up on the screen and in the description below that will give you, click on that link, it'll give you information about where those community lots are. Matter of fact, not them, but several of the community lots in the area.
So let's talk a little bit about the education in the Fredericksburg area. According to publicschoolreview.com, the Spotsylvania County School District has 5 schools ranked in the top 30% in the state, and there are 18 schools that are ranked in the top 50%.
Yeah, Ruthie's right. Of note, 2 schools in this zip code have particularly high ratings. Riverbend High School, which has a rating of 8 out of 10, placing it in the top 30% of schools in Virginia. And then you have Chancellor Elementary, which has a rating of 10 out of 10, making it one of the top 10% in the top 10% of schools in the state. I do a lot of looking at these ratings, and this is the only school in the area that I have found that is rated 10 out of 10, which is superb.
So overall, the Spotsylvania County School District offers a strong educational environment for its students, and with a number of high-performing schools throughout the district.
Next thing that's important to a lot of people, and it should be, is lifestyle and amenities. And we're going to begin by talking about shopping. I really should just be quiet and let Ruthie talk about this, because this is her cup of tea. But one of the most popular shopping centers in the zip code is the Spotsylvania Town Center Mall. It features more than 80 stores and has a lot of popular brand stores like you would expect, like Macy's and JCPenney. Really, really great place. They've revitalized that in recent years. It's a pretty good mall now.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because on the way to where we're standing right now, my daughter called me and asked me where the nearest Verizon store was to her for the 22407 zip code. So I told her where it was. In addition to shopping, the mall offers also a variety of amenities and services, including you've got a food court in the mall. There's a cute little play area for little tots. And there's free Wi-Fi in the mall as well.
Yeah, can't go wrong with free Wi-Fi, right?
Absolutely not.
All right. So right across Route 3, so the mall sits pretty much at the intersection of Route 3 and I-95. Pretty much right across Route 3 from the Spotsylvania Town Center Mall is the biggest shopping center we have, and that is Central Park Marketplace. It's not actually in the 22407 zip code. It's in 22401. It's in the city of Fredericksburg, but it literally is right across Route 3 from the mall. So a lot of people who live in 22407 live where they live so they can be close to Central Park Marketplace. And, it has a big selection of stores in there. It has places like Target and Best Buy. I think there's a TJ Maxx in there. They have services in there like banks and gas stations and things like that as well.
Actually, the TJ Maxx just opened, I think it was last month. And I was so happy to see it come to Fredericksburg, because the nearest TJ Maxx that we had was like Garrisonville. So, and it's just so pretty. You walk in and it's so bright and has so many items saying "Buy me."
See, I told you she should have done all the talking. She knew exactly what was up with the TJ Maxx.
The marketplace also features not just the shopping, but it's got a movie theater. It has a Central Park Funland Amusement Park, which is great for kids. I mean, lots of children end up having birthday parties there. And there's a variety of other services, such as banks and pet stores.
Yeah, I sort of mentioned that. I'm sorry, I stole your thunder there about the other services.
Yeah, well, you do that.
If you can't tell, Ruthie and I have been business partners for a lot of years. All right, so like mentioning Central Park Marketplace, we're going to talk about Cosner's Corner as well. Cosner's Corner sits right on the edge of 22408 and 22407, but it's one of the places that you will, that swing is awful loud, that you want to know about if you're moving to 22407, you're plotting where you want to live. You probably want to take into consideration Cosner's Corner as well. It's a mixed development, I guess, center, if you will. Has a lot of different dining and shopping and some businesses and the Spotsylvania Regional Medical Centers there, things like that.
And I mean, it's a convenient location, and the location also has, I mean, like you said, shopping, dining, ample. There's plenty of parking there as well.
And one of my favorite things about any area we talk about is the dining. So let's talk about some of the dining in 22407. There's a whole lot of restaurants here, but let's mention a couple in particular.
One of the well-known dining areas we have is Aries Hale. Sounds like I've been visiting Harry's a little too frequently.
Aries Ale House.
Harry's Ale House. Harry's Ale House, they're known for their wings. It's kind of a unique restaurant for some of the, I guess, some of the drinks that they do have. And some little birdie told me that Jeff's favorite thing there was it the black bean burger?
The black bean burger.
So does it have beans on it?
Yeah, it's beans in it. It's made from black beans.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
So let me teach you how to make a black bean burger. It has black beans, it has potatoes, corn.
All inside the burger?
I digress, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You never had a black bean burger?
No.
You should have it. It's really good. I have usually a couple times a month, not from Harry's necessarily, but I eat black bean burgers a couple times a month.
Interesting.
But the birdie's right. And at Harry's Ale House, that is one of my favorite dishes there. But you know, another unique place in the 22407 zip code is Park Lane Tavern. That is right. Well, it's actually part of Spotsylvania Town Center. It's part of the outdoor part of Spotsylvania Town Center Mall. It's a pretty unique restaurant slash tavern, if you will. It's been a couple of different things over the years, but now it's Park Lane Tavern. It is a mixture of American fare and European fare, and the atmosphere is really cool. They really want you to get this guest feeling, like you're a guest in a European environment. And they have a lot of European spirits as well. Really, really great place. They have a phenomenal shepherd's pie. Is awesome. I love their fish sandwich. Is, in my opinion, probably one of the best in the area. Really, really worth visiting.
You're right. It is such a unique atmosphere in there. I mean, I love like some of the giant chairs that are in there at the table ends, or I don't know. Although it's different, it's a cozy, unique feel in there.
I agree. Let's talk about recreational activities. There are plenty of recreational activities to enjoy in the 22407 zip code for sure.
So actually, Jeff and I right now we're in Loriella Park, which it is a pretty spacious park that covers an area of 208 acres. It has a variety of recreational amenities, including an 18-hole golf course. There
Frisbee
are
golf.
Oh yeah,
Disc
I'm
golf.
sorry, frisbee golf, disc golf. Did I not say disc? Are you correcting me?
I am.
There's also hiking trails, several sport fields here. You've got the playground, which you can hear in the background right now from the swing.
That swing is like fingernails on a chalkboard. Yeah. There's a swimming pool here. Did you say that?
I did not mention the swimming pool, no.
Yeah, it is a really great park. So another park in 22407 is Patriot Park. It's a pretty popular spot for sports teams. They have a variety of athletic fields there. They have 4 large baseball diamonds, 2 smaller baseball diamonds, a handful of multi-purpose fields, a couple of outdoor basketball courts. They used to do a really cool Christmas display there, but drive-through Christmas display, but they haven't done that in a few years. But very popular park is Patriot Park.
And for those who love the outdoors, Mott's Run Reservoir Recreation Area is an 860-acre natural area, and that offers numerous recreational activities such as fishing, canoeing, hiking. You have biking, and I mean lots of picnicking as well.
Yeah, I personally love Mott's Run Reservoir area. It's really cool hiking. I really like the hiking there. But the fishing has been good there for as long as I've been in Virginia. I've been here since 1986, I believe, and people have been people that I know have been fishing in Moss Run since then, and it's a really great place to fish. You can rent boats, canoes there, that sort of thing. So definitely worth checking out.
I'm still stuck on 1986. That was like before I graduated. How old are you?
Do I get the opportunity to plead the fifth on camera? Well, incidentally, how I came to know Moss Run Reservoir is because of the Rappahannock River. So right beside Moss Run Reservoir, very close to Moss Run Reservoir, is Moss Run boat launch into the Rappahannock River, which is controlled by the Virginia Department of Game and Fish, whatever they're known as now. But back in 1986, that was actually a boat ramp there. That's closed off now. They just have a canoe and kayak launch. But I spent a lot of time going right there, getting out, wading in the river, fishing for smallmouth bass, and that's how I came to learn about Moss Run Reservoir. All of that to say, the Rappahannock River borders 22407. It is a wonderful resource for a lot of things: tubing, fishing, canoeing, kayaking, swimming, wading, all the things.
Is Mott's Run the one where when you put your kayak in, you kind of like can pull yourself into the water? One of them, and I believe it's 22407, one of the, I guess, water areas has where you put your canoe up, or not your kayak, and you actually pull yourself into the water.
I don't remember that. I've put a kayak in there before. It's got the big slide. Where you launch, you put your kayak on the slide and you slide it down to the water, and it's 30, 40 feet down to the water, something like that.
Okay.
There. I will get a picture and show it to you in this video.
So there you have it. The 22407 area, it's just such a great place to live.
Yeah, it really, really is. I think it's one of the best places to consider in the Fredericksburg area for a variety of reasons. But if you are thinking about buying or selling a home here in the 22407 zip code or anywhere in Fredericksburg, don't hesitate to call or text us. Or if you just have questions about living, working, playing here, call, text us, send smoke signals, leave a comment, whatever you would like to do.
And we will see you in the next video.